So in today's video, I got you guys with the top 5 best assault rifle loadouts in Warzone right now. Shout out to Frosty and Lone Wolf for the naughty gun again. We really appreciate your effort to be first and get the algorithm working for us. Let's get right into it. My focus lately is to get minimal or controllable recoil from all guns. It is easy to control vertical recoil, but not horizontal recoil, so most of these builds are built around this philosophy of less horizontal recoil. Don't expect to see the same build as other people, and don't judge it if you did not test it. Let's have some fun. We will look at each gun's time to kill, or so named TTK, compared to the rest, and then also at the end the mobility of each gun. So you guys already know I'm going to start you off with the absolute meta assault rifle in Warzone right now, which is the NZ41. If you're looking for an assault rifle that can beam at long range with basically no recoil, the NZ41 is the perfect option for you. The meta NZ41 loadout has a TTK of around 801 milliseconds. So first off, the muzzle is gonna be the MX silencer. For the barrel, make sure you guys throw on the Orb Weaver 360mm. It is by far the best barrel for the NZ41. Next up, we're using the G16 2.5x optic. That's my favorite optic. Stock is going to be the Lore MK3SC. Make sure you guys use this. It gives us accuracy and recoil control. It is by far the best. The under barrel is going to be the M1930 strife angled for the horizontal recoil control. For our magazine, we're going to use the Secura 50 round mag. Next up, we have lengthened for the extra bullet velocity on our ammunition. For the rear grip, make sure you guys throw on polymer grip. Perk 1 is gonna be pinged, which is something I am testing, but feels that it works well as we do not need any of the other perks in this category. Pinged lets enemies suffer from more flinch when damaged by this. Perk 2, make sure you guys throw on hand for the faster ADS. That's gonna be the meta NZ41 build. Let's go ahead and get into the next loadout that I got for you guys. Next up, I got you one of my favorite assault rifles that were ever added into Warzone. The M4 from Modern Warfare has been a new meta assault rifle reappearing now. The M4 is great because it has really good recoil control and a great damage range. The M4 is going to be a great option for you. If you don't have some of the Vanguard assault rifles leveled up, the M4 definitely still competes in the Warzone meta. It has about a 781 millisecond time to kill, which is insane for the range that it has. And the recoil control overall, I would definitely say that the M4 is a top 5 assault rifle in Warzone right now. And I would highly recommend you guys throw this gun back into your rotations if you haven't used it lately. And like I said, if you don't have the Vanguard ARs leveled, we are gonna go ahead and jump into my build for this. For the muzzle, make sure you throw in the monolithic suppressor for the bullet velocity and extra damage range. For barrel, make sure you guys throw in the Corvus Custom for the extra bullet velocity and recoil control. For the optic, we're going to be using the VLK3X. Under barrel, make sure you guys throw in the Commando foregrip for the horizontal and vertical recoil control. Lastly, the magazine is going to be 60 rounds. This is going to be my recommended build for the M4. For the next loadout, we got another great assault rifle, which is going to be the KG-M40 from Vanguard. Now the KG-M40 has not been a meta assault rifle when it was added, but with recent buffs and nerfs, it is right up there, and the fact that it has very low recoil makes it very easy to use ever since it was added into Warzone. The KG-M40 fries at long range, and it has great mobility for an assault rifle. The KG-M40 is going to have about an 801 millisecond time to kill, which is honestly ridiculous for the mobility and low recoil that this gun has. If you guys haven't used the KG-M40 lately, definitely make sure you throw it back into your ARs rotations, because it is a top 5, if not top 3 ARs in Warzone right now. So let's go ahead and get into my KG-M40 build. My recommended build for you guys is going to be the MX silencer for your muzzle. Next up, we're going to be using the 720mm barrel for the damage range, bullet velocity, reduced scope sway. Definitely the best barrel for the KG-M40. Next up, we're using the G16 2.5x optic. That's my favorite optic for the KG-M40. Then we're going to be using the VDD22G padded stock for the recoil control. Under barrel, you're going to put on the M1930 strife angled for the horizontal recoil control. Magazine, we're using the Classer 60 round. For the ammo, we're going to be using hollow point for the extra limb damage. Our rear grip is going to be the tap grip for the aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed. perk 1 for this gun is going to be brace, and then perk 2 is going to be fully loaded so that it is maxed out with ammo when you get your loadout. That's my recommended KGM 40 build for the next loadout. Now the bar has a lot of good things about it, one being the distance and the fire rate. I highly recommend you guys try the bar right now. If you did not yet, this is one of the best assault rifles in Warzone right now. As you guys can see, it has a really fast time to kill of about 827 milliseconds, which definitely puts it up in the meta for Warzone right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up my loadout for the bar on screen for you guys right now. Before we get into the next loadout, I want to make sure you guys do drop a like on the video. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you go down below and hit that subscribe button for me. I would really appreciate it. Next up we have a loadout that is pretty slept on right now, which is gonna be the Cooper carbine from Vanguard. The Cooper carbine is a long range assault rifle that feels like an SMG in your hands. The mobility on this gun is crazy, but the range on it is like an assault rifle. It's one of the most fun guns to use in Warzone. If you guys haven't been using the Cooper carbine yet, I highly recommend you try it out. It got a little bit of a buff in the most recent update, which brought it back up into the meta. I would say this gun is definitely a top 5 long range gun, based on the mobility and the 60 round magazine it has. It is insane for trios and quads. Right now the range on this gun is really good for it to be somewhat an SMG type of a gun, and if you guys haven't used it yet, I am gonna go ahead and pop up my loadout on the screen for the Cooper right now, and it has about a 744 millisecond TTK as well, so it is definitely up in the meta. And that is gonna be the final loadout of today's video. Remember, the Vanguard vargo-s is getting released this week. According to an official blog post, this assault rifle boasts impressive accuracy and fire rate, making it an ideal pick for medium and long range engagements. The arrival of this weapon could shake up the meta. We'll be sure to post the right attachments to make the best loadout for the vargo-s. The Call of Duty team has pulled off some impressive crossovers over the past few years, including Godzilla vs. Kong and Attack on Titan collaborations most recently. They've also brought action movie stars Rambo and John McClane to Warzone and Cold War in 2021. Now, the action film superstar that is set to join the cast of Vanguard and Warzone in Season 4 Reloaded is none other than the iconic Terminator. With Season 4 Reloaded almost here, the devs have detailed everything in the Terminator 2 Judgment Day bundles. While there's no specific date for the Terminator bundles to arrive in Vanguard and Warzone, the devs revealed that they'll arrive throughout August 2022. Some players have speculated that they'll arrive on August 11th, because this is when the Terminator-inspired Titanium Trials playlist goes live, but we'll need to wait for official details. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you are new, as always, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you made it this far, please put M4 loadout in the comments. Thanks for watching.